Last Sunday of the year, y'all. Good morning. Only apropos. I'll use that word a lot.
I'll come forth.
Good morning.
As pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire?
Yeah.
Have you been tried in the fire?
Have you been tried in the fire?
Well, tell me. Did you come through?
Did you make
pure
it?
Gold?
Did you make it through 2023 to 2024? Did you make it through? Good morning, y'all.
Have
Sunday.
You been tried in the fire?
Have you been tried? I know I have. They keep trying
Have
me.
you been tried?
They still keep trying
in the
me.
Fire.
Oh.
Have you been tried in the fire? Oh, tell
what a year. Let's wrap up 2023, y'all. Wow. Wrap them up. Wrap up 22. Have you been tried?
In the fire.
They keep trying you.
Have you been tried in the fire?
Come on, Mr. Freeman. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year, brother. Yeah. How you doing there, Mr. Prima Lemert, and everybody else that's coming in on the other channels? You know, if you're on YouTube, just go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Unk's here. Let's go. What a great year, huh? The end of 2023. Well, I tell you, man. The plight of the guy who knows too much. Jesus. Sometimes we are cursed with knowledge. My brother. Oh, what up, Kev? Day ones. I always love my day ones, man. Remember we used to play punch ball in the back of the building? We used to play stick ball in that little parking lot when I put the little sign up there, the Hill as Real, when MOP came out. We wore 69ers and Pro Kids, Royals. And some of us couldn't afford it, but some of us we had to wear biscuits because we didn't have the money for that. And as crazy as those times was, it just seems like those were the best times. Right now, as we get older, we like, man, we miss those times. Punch ball in the backyard, Coco Livio. Those are great times, man. Shout out to my brother Johnny Famous. I was in Brooklyn with him last night. I'm going to call Scoob on and really just talk about wrapping up 2023. The last day. I was glad that it came on a Sunday, too. I talked to my daughter. I got 2 daughters, and I talked to them about that. They have no idea. And I got one daughter live in Brooklyn, too. You know, she don't live there no more, but she's from Brooklyn. You know, her mother lived in my building. She was my early girlfriend back in the days. We had a very strong relationship back in the days. I was an asshole, though, but still was a good relationship. Yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Blessed New Year for everybody. Let's wrap up 2023 and let's get into 2024. Let's talk about today the things we're not going to bring into next year. Let's work on that. Let's work on not bringing in negativity into next year. Things that we're going to leave right here in 2023. Oh, you're on the other side of the world. Absolutely. Absolutely, DJ Supreme. Yeah, 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 yeah. What a beautiful day. New York City. I got to travel. I'll be traveling tomorrow. I'll be out of here tomorrow. I got to go. Man, I'll be out on the other side of the world again. And then shout to the world famous. That's still going, huh? How about that? The world famous MOP. Ain't that something? That's still going, huh? Shout to Billy and Fame, Fox, Flip, Saratoga Avenue. How about that, huh? February 9th, Radio City Music Hall. We'll be there. As I tell you, as I walk into the 58th year of my existence, I say I only do the things that matter. And the things that matter, I find out a lot of things matter, to be honest with you. You can't get away from it. Woo! Let's get some music going. That's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man. Like, like what people don't see is my fight. My fights are different than most people's fights. I fight against the system, the establishment, and as I fight against the larger establishment, those are the quiet fights that you don't never hear about, the ones that are not on Instagram. When the fights are if you fight on Instagram, you already lost, quite honestly. But my fights are different, man. And I got to tell you, man, Dr. D Nice, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Dr. D. I got to tell you, man, it's been an interesting, fun. Hey, listen, it's been a great year. I'm telling you right now, it's been great. God, you don't even understand the humility, the blessing, all the great stuff that's been happening. Great stuff. Thank you. You gotta be grateful now at this point as we walk into 2024. I don't know what year y'all was born in, but I didn't even think I would ever see 2024. Right? You didn't think that. Well, 2024, you couldn't even imagine or fathom a year. You thought the cars would be flying. You thought people would be, you think you'd be in the Jetsons right now. Nah, it's all regular. It's still regular shit. People still assholes in 2023. But, we learn to be better and more. We've learned to give more grace now. We learn to be more, we learn to be more positive than most people. Good morning, Dr. Smalls. Dr. Malik Smalls. Happy New Year, everybody. As we start to get into 2024, a couple of things we're going to talk about not bringing into 2024. And it's not what you think. People talk about, I'm not messing with this person. Listen, man, you know what? We're not doing that. What we're going to talk about today is talk about bringing in that positive energy, that forward leaning energy into 2024. That's why I got on here this morning. I didn't want to let the year go out without saying goodbye to 2023 with y'all. Because I was, as I started to talk to people in my life, it started to make more sense to me about who am I spending this moment with. So yesterday I went and I hung out with my brother, Johnny Famous. And I thought it was important for me to do that because I felt like if I've known him for so many years, you gotta be like, yo, you want to spend the time with somebody that you care about. Somebody that's your family, On Christmas, I went and spent it with my brother, Dennis McKeezy. I took a trip down to Orlando from California, and I went and spent the day with people to notice. We just spent the day. We didn't take any pictures. We didn't talk about anything. We just spent the day together, me and my brother. And then I came home and I spent the day with my son. Individually, I didn't spend it separate. I didn't spend it together. I went and got him, and I spent the day individually with each son. because I wanted them to spend the day with their father by themselves, you know. Because as we move into 2024, the commodity of time is becoming more and more prevalent for us, especially some of us from a certain age, you know, some of us that have been here for a while. And even though I was having some illnesses, like my body was, for some reason, in the last 2 weeks, my body seemed to heal itself. And I became even more powerful and even more, you know, like all my ailments went away for some reason last 2 weeks. I don't know why. Dr. D Nice, maybe you could tell me about that. I don't know why that happened. I always look for the divine presence of the Almighty God, the Godfather up in heaven. I always think it's his divine guidance. That's the reason why I think my stuff, everything healed up for me. Anyway, so the point I'm making today is, what are we not bringing into 2024? This is a good time now. We got a whole day to think about what we're leaving behind. And I don't mean people. I mean habits. I mean things that we don't need into 2024. Like the need to buy stuff that we don't need. Oh, no. We're not going to answer that right now. Sorry. No, we're not going to do that. No. The calls come in. It's New Year's in Europe. All my European people, by the way, if you guys want to travel and have a great time in Europe, let's go to Laax, Switzerland on what day we're going to, on the 18th, the 20th, we're going to be on the show. We're traveling on the 18th to Laax, Switzerland. We're going to be in Switzerland up in the ski resort. The Laax is a beautiful ski resort. We've played there before. It's going to be a huge event, 2,500 people, 3,000 people enjoying themselves for the winter. And we're going to be up in the mountains. Don't drink, because if you're up in the Alps, one drink is like drinking 4 drinks. Now, I don't drink anymore, but trust me when I tell you, it's going to be an amazing event. So go out there and make sure, buy a plane ticket, go out there to Switzerland. It's a great trip. If you've never been to Switzerland, I'm telling you right now, you should go. It's an amazing place. It's a beautiful country. And you've never seen an MOP show in Switzerland. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, you've never seen it. So make sure you come out there and take a chance. Laax, Switzerland, and just reach out to me behind the scenes, and I can help you with your travel plans if you're trying to go out there and enjoy the MOP show. I'm gonna be out there. Bill's gonna be out there. Fame's gonna be out there, because that's what we do. What a great year, huh? So anyway, so things you want. What do you want to leave? And you can put it in the chat. Come over to YouTube for the best experience. Welcome Patreon next year. We're going to bring Patreon in, and we're not going to be on Facebook. Facebook is becoming a little bit problematic for us, but come on over to YouTube, and we'll be there, and Patreon and those networks. Before I call my brother Scoob, I'm just want to get some info from anybody out there who wants to say, what do you think you should leave alone in 2024? What are you leaving in 2023? And don't say people. I mean, it's just so petty. It's petty when you say people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, I ain't messing with that dude. No. It's not. What you got to learn sometimes is you got to give people a lot of grace. People don't know. You'll have friends, because people live in their own world. You know what I'm saying? You'll have friends who are friends, but they can't help doing stupid. You know, even your friends can't help doing sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just what they are. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Doesn't mean they can't be your friend. We got to be a little bit more. We're human beings, bro. We're not perfect. So you got to give grace. Give grace to your women. Give grace to your family. Give grace to your children. When your children When your children mess up, you don't throw them in the garbage. Same thing for your friends. When your friends screw up, don't throw them in the garbage. I got friends who screw up all the time. Complete assholes. But I don't throw them in the garbage. It's life. You gotta find a way to learn to forgive and move past that, because if you carry that negative energy, that's only on you. I see it all the time. I see a lot of brothers burdened by that negative energy that really is just on them. And at the end of the day, that person has moved on already and is already doing sucker shit to somebody else. When you learn to control the power of what people do, you just like, it's okay, bro. Live your life. What are we leaving in 2023? How about this? The need to buy bullshit. How about that? How about that? The need to buy bullshit. You know how, we feel as if we got to catch up with the Joneses all the time, so we buy bullshit. So like stuff that we buy doesn't really matter because material things don't really matter. Now it's more about necessities and what you need. You need to buy bullshit, Louis Vuitton shoes. I mean, if you got them, you got them. You spend money on them, but shit like that, leave it alone. Designer, you know that in a month they go to TJ Maxx, so you or Burlington, or it's in the garbage in a month. So 2 to 6 months. So buying things that you don't need is definitely crazy. Shout out to my brother. Oh boy. Yeah, oh man. Shout out to my man Dame Dash. Ooh. All right. Well, I don't want to say anything about Damon, but I just want to say he's my man. I love him to death. God bless you, brother. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. God bless you, brother. Love you. I'm not gonna talk about Dame. I'm just looking at my news feed. Y'all don't see what I see. Happy New Year, Glazed MC. I'm just here right now, brother. Just chilling. And, I'm about to get back on the road again. I just wanted to pull in and say what's up and say Happy New Year to all my people. I'm going to a New Year party later on tonight. Then I'm going right to the airport after. And I won't be drinking. We have successfully moved into that space where I am alcohol free. How about that, huh? How about that? I'm successfully alcohol free. Thank you very much. Really happy about that. I haven't touched a drink since that fateful episode of Drink Champs. I remember Uncle's bugging, but I had like 15 bourbons that day. You know the story. I don't want to go back into it, but I'm good. I've had a great winter, no alcohol. Beanie's my sister. I love her to death. We love Beanie.
Yo.
Johnny Famous Jackson. Good morning, brother. So I was telling them last night that I ran into I wanted to spend, even though I didn't stay long because we ran into some issues with the police. We're not gonna talk about it. But the thing is, I'm telling the audience that it was important for me to spend the last of the year with people that I cared about. And so I went out to Brooklyn last night to hang out with my brother Johnny Famous, aka What Johnny Doing. And let me tell you something. If you don't know what Johnny's doing, he's doing a lot.
Yeah. Appreciate that, bro. What up, man? You online blasting it off?
Yeah. Well, this is because it's a Sunday and it's the last of the year. I felt important to get up here and just to, because I wanted to talk about things that we're leaving behind in 2021 and 2023 and moving forward, that we're not going to bring into 2024. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
for sure, man. And that's what it's about, man. Every day growing.
And as we get moved further into this spiritual space, these frequencies that we move on into higher frequencies, we start to really, understand the power of our impression. You know what I'm saying? Like we know the power. Like I know it's almost like we could play with it now. We know how powerful our impressions are now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and decisions too. So, just for that peace around you, you already know ahead of time. Like, sometimes we be like, oh, let me give somebody this other chance to that. And you want more for a person than what they're able to give themselves. We want the best for people.
Yo, that's great that you say that. Yo,
everybody don't love themselves though, huh?
You just said something I thought that was great. You said, why am I giving you more? Why am I wanting more for you than you want for yourself?
Yeah, that's it.
That's dope.
It's not bad. It's just like, I wish you the best, but you not even on that level to care for yourself like that. Well, so that means, gotta be careful. That person can harm you. You know what I mean? You just don't know what to expect. If you're looking at somebody that don't really, you can see they don't love themselves. They're not a bad person. They just, right. It's just, man, there's levels to this, man. And you got to remove yourself and then come back.
First of all, congratulations to you. Every Wednesday, you're on the Shantae on Sirius Satellite Radio with my girl, Roxanne Shantae and DJ Cool V on the Have a Nice Day radio show on Rock the Bells Network. School, you're doing your thing always. Yeah. What about you? You reinvent yourself continuously in ways that is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just throwing myself out there. When I wake up, I'm just taking chances and following my heart, like with doing stuff with integrity. I don't got nothing on my list that is like, oh, you playing yourself. I will not do that. I wouldn't do anything for money or fame or for the social media thing.
Right. You just do it the way you feel. I mean, this is how we come from that era of. I find a lot of people that don't get what they want out of lives because they came into it for the wrong reasons. They think it's a magic show.
Or they over questioning themselves. Most people, even myself, we could be the one that's standing in front of our, hopes and dreams or whatever. Yeah. It's not going to be easy.
I find most people are lazy. Pardon the pun. My name is Lazy.
You know what?
Yeah, most people are lazy. I find that most people.
That is true. That is true. Because they will ask you for the cheat sheet. Yo, I done gave people the cheat sheet and they still won't use that.
I always give people the cheat sheet. They never use the cheat sheet. I give it to them all the time. I give everybody the cheat code, and they never use the cheat code because what I found out was that not everybody is meant for that higher frequency. So you got to accept that not everybody is meant for that. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I walked into a room yesterday with you last night, and I walked into the room, and I could almost pick out the people who were meant to be on a higher frequency that was willing to, like, would this person be willing to take that next step, or is he doing it just so the other person can see him? Because it's what you do when the people don't see you. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? When it's what you do when nobody's looking is what matters. That's what the real truth is. You know what I'm saying? Wow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Give it up for yourself for that.
Yeah, but I was peeping it yesterday. I was looking at it. And you're a great man because you're able to reside in spaces where even I won't be like, I'm good. I'm not going over there. But they love you everywhere. I mean, Scoob is. I mean, if you ran for mayor or if you ran for a city council or even Brooklyn borough president, I guarantee you would win by a landslide.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. I am the people's champ out here. It's not easy, but still, I do have to realize everybody ain't got. What Nas said. If you think everybody love you, you're a freak of nature.
Well, everybody ain't your friends, B. You realize that?
Oh yeah. Well, I know it, nigga. I know that. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
But it's good. But we bring it. That's why we talk about. We getting rid of 23.
Yeah.
23 23 was a great year. It was a great year. 23 was great.
Yeah.
DJ Spring says Happy New Year, School. Glazy MC said Happy New Year's to you, brother.
Yes.
But still, you can move forward into 2024. You can leave a lot of those old issues behind you, and also you can learn how to. I think the lesson you learn is how to deal with people better now as you've gotten, as we've gotten more seasoned. I'm not gonna say older. I'm seasoned.
Oh yeah. Of course, because everything ain't an argument. Everything ain't you out there yelling.
No.
You can manifest. Fix these words of even cheer somebody up. You can make somebody cry. You can hug somebody. Yeah, it's different. Because most people, I'm not even myself. Like, because I don't want to just say most people. Like we on another tier. But most people out here probably just need a hug, son. They don't. When they argue with you or the levels is high, it's because the stress when they life. So the issue don't be with you most of the time. It's just that they didn't have nobody to help them deal with their issues or talk it out or vent to.
No,
so they come out.
You know what I like to see? I like to see less argument between black men and black women this year.
Well, more debates, healthy debates,
more healthy conversations, and open dialogue between our brothers and our sisters. Because it's not like we got somebody else. We all we got. So we gotta be open. Men gotta be open to give grace to women. Whereas we got to stop being so, listen, at the end of the day, we all learning, right? So we got to stop judging women.
Yeah, we all learning. Right? No right or wrong.
Right. And then women got to be open to, I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and she was very close-minded on something. And I said, listen, I just think that if you listen to us talk and then you read this conversation, because we were talking on text, I go back to it. And let's talk about it later. And then think about what you're saying and think about what I'm saying to you, how it affects your life. And I find that you will find that if you become more of a partner to a man and he becomes more of a leader in your space, I think, and I'm not saying that women can't lead, because obviously women are leading well as well. But I think that if they become more partners in this space, men and women, even if we're not in relationship, but just a partnership with our African-American sisters, I do believe that we'll continue to go further as a community. I think we need to lean into each other a little bit better than we've been doing, not just point at you like you doing this, or you're bad, whatever the case may be. You follow what I'm trying to say, Scoop?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us have different emotions, and it's like a superhero with powers, and you never had training for it. You just got mad powers, and you know what I mean? You didn't go to the academy school to, I could fly, I could shoot fire, all this, but you didn't get training. You didn't even know, if you shoot fire over there, that whole building gonna catch on fire. If you fly right here, you might hit that. So our emotions be everywhere without us thinking a little. Because if you at a certain age, you should be controlling your emotions, what you get upset about, what triggers you. You gotta, I think, as a grown person, once you learn what triggers you, I think it starts from there. Either you're gonna be around it or you're not to deal with it.
That's a great thing to say. I think it sums up when you say it in a sense of this New Year's conversation. We talk about black people in the country. Know your power. Know how powerful you are. The problem with us, we are superheroes. All of us, we are.
Yeah, all of us. And that's how I talk to people. Because we don't want to be having these discussions and feel like we talking at them. We talking to you. And we going, yo, I'm still learning every day too, my bro. Like, we just have an open dialogue.
I think you said it, man. And the way that you said it, I thought was great. You said, don't forget to know your power. You are powerful. Know who you are, and don't forget who you are. You're such a power. We are such powerful individuals, and only one can stop us but us, because they made us believe that we weren't powerful. Ain't that something?
Yeah, man. They try to snatch that from us.
They try to snatch it from us. Yeah. But it's a mental thing. Mentally it's thing. That's why I get up and go. But see, I have the benefit. I've been blessed in a way because I've traveled. Even before MOP, I was in Europe a lot, producing.
And that's why we're giving people the cheat sheet, because each one teach one. Even though we could be like, yo, we don't been to Japan, Alaska, but some of these people never left the block, especially you got young kids. So, you got to tell your sons to look in the mirror and respect and honor themselves. And you know what I mean?
Remember years ago when Scoob is when I say my day one, if there's anybody who knows me from the day one, it's Scoob, right? He knows everything about me. There's nothing, there's nothing he can't tell you about me. When my time comes, and I hope that he's still here thriving, when my time comes, he can get up there and say, let me tell you about Lays. That's Scoob. Scoob can do that.
And another thing, Lays, let's tell him it took levels to even be talking how we talk. We started off fighting.
We met each other, young kids in the playground playing Coco Livio, having a fight. Scoob got into a fight with my cousin Biz, and I was told to jump him. I was told, but you see, in my neighborhood, it was just me and my cousin. So, in the building, think about the guys in our building right back in the days, right? They was young, but they were like grown men. So we couldn't. I'm a 10-year-old, 9-year-old kid. I can't beat no grown ass man. So we had to. So, and you was the only child too. So that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, man. Our story is like one of the best. Because after that day, we was like best friends. Like after after that.
Yeah, well, I got a beating too because I jumped you, and I didn't know you had asthma when you was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's the real story. That was a real story. I mean, but what we got from that, living in Brownsville, living on Saratoga Avenue, living in 430. Rest in peace to the original 430. Rest in peace to all those brothers that didn't make it out of that building. Right, my whole neighborhood. If you really want to know why there's an MOP. It's because you called me. You and Biz called me to come back and come get Fame. Yo, he keep coming to my house, man. You got to go.
Yeah, he knocked on my door, man. Innocent, son. It was like, I seen it in his face. Like, yo, can I get in touch? And I was like, yo, I gotta tell Lays.
I was already popping. You know that already. I was trying to tell the truth. I was trying to drag you, right? I was saying, come on, let's go, nigga.
Yeah.
And you were like the true soldier. You were being loyal. You were being, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the loyal Scoob. Scoob is one of the most loyal dudes I know. I mean, it is what it is, and I ain't going to talk about the other side of the subject, but I just want to say that you were being Scoob, and I was trying to get you. Come on, nigga, let's go. But what you did was, if it wasn't for you, the rap, MOP, they were still the Mash Out posse on it up in the project. Up on St. Mark's, but the rap group would not exist because you were the one who called me and said, come and talk to this young man who had just lost his brother. He was literally
at my door. Yeah, and it was like, I saw it in his whole aura. He knocked so respectfully. Cause I didn't even know who it was. I'm like, it took 1 second for me to go, I got you, fam. It's not a problem. He was mad, humble.
The great thing about that is that the great thing about Slap is that he actually recognizes that, and he continues. Like, one thing about Slap, he gives you honor and pays you homage constantly. Like, every time he sees you, if you ever have a problem, he's there for you. Like, one thing about Fame has always been one dude that has been in your corner no matter what. Fame has never changed. Bill too, by the way. Yeah, Billy too, by the way. So they love him.
Yeah, Bill and his family. We lived on the same floor with his aunt and all that, with JJ and all.
Rest in peace, JJ. Rest in peace, Aunt Betty, who was like my aunt too. I remember Billy used to steal all your toys back in the days when he was a little kid.
Oh yeah, he told me years later. I was like, I didn't even know what happened to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Billy used to steal all your toys because they're much younger than us. They're like 8-10 years younger than us. So that was crazy, man. But anyway, the point I'm making is that those value things that we learned coming up, coming from Brownsville, coming from the Hill, those value things. And we weren't like people always talk about the gangsters in the Hill. They glorify that, but we didn't see them like that. I didn't see them as gangster.
The people that glorify them, the people that wasn't really there or outside. Right. So they was just brotherly love and like older dudes guiding us. And then people, you wasn't really there. So you actually doing them a disservice Like, you know what I mean? They were
yo, dude. Yo, wait a minute. Let me hold on. Hold on for a second. I gotta, you are doing them a disservice by limiting their qualities as just gangster in those spaces, because everybody in my neighborhood had to fight. We all had to fight all the time. That's what we did. We lived our lives doing what we did. We from Brownsville. But what we don't talk about is the guidance we got from some of those brothers that, even though we'll leave them nameless today, because it would be a disservice not to name everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard not to name everybody, but some of these brothers we learned life from, regular life, and not just to get, because we lived in it. You know what I'm saying? I remember me and you would have fights down on Pickens Avenue, and then the dudes from my neighborhood would come down and make sure we was all right. And then we would go through all kinds of stuff in our neighborhood, and so
even being on the basketball team, playing baseball. Yeah. They trying to put teams together. Just good stuff too. They
was about community, man. And one dude I do want to shout out is somebody who was our mentor, and I still give it to him, is my brother, B Original, aka Cool B, aka Brownsville Rich. I got to give it to him, because I think we wouldn't even have been really. That's what we worked on our skills, was rhyming and block parties. Shout out to
we
DJ
got to get behind the rope.
Right.
Yeah, we was like, we get behind there, we getting all the girls.
Right. That was about the girls. Right. It was about the girls. But the thing about it was that was a lesson for us. We learned, and then we left. We took it uptown. We traveled. We said, let's go and take it outside of Brownsville, take it to places. And thank God we did that, because we learned how to move around. We was uptown. We called ourselves uptown too. Shout out to uptown too.
Yeah. And another thing is, how do we know we nice if we don't move around? Well, there's no social media. Wasn't even no cell phones.
Right.
Yeah, so we had to go on block.
If you had a beeper, you was the man, right?
You had a beeper. Yeah.
You had a beeper. You was the man. You had a beeper. Damn.
Yeah.
So shout out.
We had to bring it to their face.
Shout out to Co-op City. Shout out to Section 5. Shout out to Mount Vernon. Shout out
to USA Skating Ring.
Latin Quarters.
Shout out to Gillette Records.
Right. Shout out to Tony D. Who actually, it's funny how the connections are, right? Those guys are all great connections, because, think about it. I got my first record deal. Well, we had our deal with Gillette Records. Shout out to Crosby. Shout out to, what's that girl named Jackie, whatever her name is, Jackie from Gillette. And then I got my deal at First Priority. You got your deal with Coachillin. Shout out to Fly Ty. Shout out to Nat Robinson and all that stuff. And we wasn't worrying about, stuff like, where my royalties and all. Like, we were just happy to have a record deal and get our records out and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man, what a good discussion. I'm here with my brother Johnny Famous, aka Scoop Lover, my brother. In the morning emails, we letting out 2023, and we just letting some air out the tires, man. So to let y'all know that we're coming back for 2024, fresh, new, and really just open pause to really making some great things happen. And Scoob is already on his path. Shout him out. He's featured Wednesday on Rock the Bells Radio. Shout to my sister, the beautiful, the amazing Roxanne Shante, my brother DJ Cool B. We love you. Rest in peace, Bismarck. Let's talk about Biz. Let's talk about Biz for a second. Rest in peace. You and Biz,
everything.
You and Biz we talk about the cheat code. Biz was the guy that gave you the cheat code from DJing. Now you're officially a DJ now.
Yeah, I mean, he told me he was on me like, yo. I would say, yo, I'm making my crates and I just finished a mix of that, and he was like, okay, what you doing now? Like, he basically said, you're never finished.
Right.
You're never finished. He bigged me up. He was like, I was like, yo, can I get that song, that break, that joint? No.
Right.
No. Like, he wasn't giving me nothing. He just was like, yo, do your thing. And he also told me don't put DJ in front of my name. Exactly. Like, he just said, he said, you're an entertainer. I was getting a chain made, and he said, no, just do Johnny Famous. Don't put DJ Johnny. Like, you'd be just stuck in a box.
If it wasn't for Biz, you know, because Biz told Kane to let him move into. Biz asked you to ask me if it's okay to Kane move in my crib to start his career. Biz also told you to dance for Kane. Right, that you know, for those that don't know, school.
You dance on stage.
Dance on
you know,
stage.
you gotta fix it. Like,
pause. I mean, not like.
I know. Nowadays, you gotta
not belly dancing for King.
But the key word was they was like, "Yo, we'll pay you." We was like, "Hold on." We in Latin Quarters, hopping the turnstile, boosting clothes, sharing a 40 ounce, and wait, you gonna pay us? I was like, "Oh man, all right, let's go."
But that was the culture back then. 40 ounces, the train. You know, like I remember the early days of Jay-Z when he used to come hang out with you. Yeah, I used to drink 40 ounces together with you.
Yeah, I got a picture with me, Jay, and Jazzo and Paz. In the same picture, I'm drinking a 40 and Jay waiting for me to pass it. So I have the picture.
What was that relationship like? Because I thought you and him was cool. I remember one time because me and Jay used to be in the gym together a lot. Working out in the boxing gym. You know, I ain't never boxed. JJ was always on my side when I was boxing. But when I remember I brought you up to the gym to hang out, and Jay was like real, like, yo, I love you. Like Jay loved you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the nigga that was showed you a lot of love.
I thought Jay thought I was kind of cool, right? Like because Jay is a cool street dude, not rah, but just so smooth that he'd be like, "Yo, jump in the car, we ride." Like he'd be like, "Let's go," and I'm like, I never asked him where he got all that money from, how you get this apartment. Right. He just said, "Yo, I'm just in the car, me, him, and Tata." Yo, my dude, this dude, Ram from what's that, 560 State Street. He rhymed from his crib right on Brooklyn Flat. He rhymed from there all the way to Jersey to the skate rink. Wow. Like verse after verse. I ain't say one rhyme. I was like, this dude was driving, Tata in the patch, I was in the back. He rhymed all the way there.
You know, the thing about that culture, rhyming culture, that's what makes him such a great artist. And I hear, you know, I go through so many trends and I hear people talking bad and all that stuff. But I like to go back to the artist, right? The guy that I knew was a rhyming dude. Like that dude would get up there and he would spit rhymes all day long. Like every time I saw him, he was ready to rhyme. I produced a couple of tracks that he was on, and I'm producing a track. The way he was attentive to it, he would call me and he would just ride around in his car rhyming with the beat. Like, you'll send me back then we had to give out beat CDs or beat tapes. So I would send him the CD and then he would drive around and I think he had like a Range Rover back then. And I would see him because, you know, the little record company was there, and I would see him. And then I would hear the beat that I gave him blasting out of the truck, and I would see him rhyming, like rhyming to the joint. You know what I'm saying? Come in,
he one take. Focused.
Yeah, one take.
He put the work in. You know, everybody now is trying to do one hit song and whatever. I mean, and it works for them because, you know, with social media. But we had to put work in from being a dancer to rapping. Like, you had to travel, you had to battle. People had to talk about you on their block, and only how they talk if you went to their block.
Well, we would go to the block. We didn't care what projects we went to. I don't even understand. You can't even do that now. Well, we used to go to we used to go to different projects. You can't do that now. You can't.
We was cool with all the gangsters. The gangsters was letting us chill with their sisters.
Yeah, that's true. We was chilling.
I don't even know how we did that.
I don't know how we did that either. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how we did that, bro.
Like, look, only y'all two can smash my sister. That's it. It was like, yo, we in Long Island with mad gangsters outside hustling.
Yeah. Shout to Freddie Fox. Shout to Wine Dance. Shout to all the gangsters out in Long Island. Shout to the Borsalinos out in Central Islip. Shout to all the gangster Jamaicans over by Nagasaki and Hempstead and all that stuff out there, yo. Yeah. We was everywhere, B. Yeah.
And shout to the people. Because the gangster now is taking care of your family and getting money and creating new opportunities. That's the real gangster.
That's
You know what I
gangster,
mean?
bro. That's gangster. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Taking care of your family is gangster, and taking care of your community is gangster. I see that you've been reaching back. You even go to schools now. You talk to people. I mean, you are a real man. I'm telling you, man, you might want to get into politics school. I think at this point,
man, coming from you, ain't nobody know me more than you.
Yeah. And one thing about it, I know. See, what makes me and School best friends is that we opposite, right? He's more outgoing. Like he's a guy. He's outgoing. Me, I'm quiet. I sit back, chill. I'm in the, even last night, you see, he's outgoing. He's slapping everybody 5. I'm in the background. Hey, what up, man? How you doing? Because we don't fight for each other's shine. You find a lot of people fighting.
We wouldn't have never been friends like to this day.
Yeah,
we don't even have arguments. Huh?
No.
Never.
We don't argue.
Yeah,
because he sees things the way he sees them. I see things the way I see them, and we're
not sensitive.
No.
When you say stuff about me, and I say we're not like new people. Well, like it's a few people saying no names, even family members. I'm talking about they in their 50s, whatever age. They're so sensitive, and we're not friends no more. Oh, you hating? If you put somebody in their place respectfully, or just tell them you like green and they like brown, oh, you're not friends no more.
Well, you know what? I think that's something we got to bring into 2024. Just being flat, letting the dude know how it is. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just got to let it out. Let a dude know how you feel. Like, yo, bro, you would be more successful if you worked harder. You would be. There ain't nobody waiting for you.
Just a good person, you know what I mean?
Right.
Something.
Right.
Because like whatever floats your boat, make you happy throughout the day. Like, but just being miserable, because I know people that's successful and miserable people because their personality, they vibe. You're like, whoa.
What is that?
I don't want to be like that.
We got a lot of dudes that we came up with that we were very close to, and I'm not going to say no names, that are very successful now. But I mean, our friends, like guys we dance in circles with, hang out with. Why do you think that they're so miserable and they're so troubled?
Because they dogged a lot of people. They didn't take care maybe a family member the right way, and I don't mean money wise. Some people might lost a family member. It could be mother, brother, father, and then they gotta live with that. Like, damn, I didn't even do this. I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't go to the nursing home. It's just so they never even got help. Talking to anybody, therapy
or closure.
Yeah. So now everybody they meet is a woman or a man. They splashing that on you like it's like rollover minutes. They never go away. They just go to a new person. Oh, I don't mess with that person. That person put them in a place, or that person know enough about them. They're not going to be around that person. They want new people that don't know them.
What did you do in 23 that you're not going to carry into 24, School?
And I really don't wait to the end of the year to do stuff, but definitely dealing with anybody that's taking up my time. Like I do a lot of answering the phone, and and it just be draining me sometimes because I care about people, and I'm like, I could have called that person back later or whatever. I already know they're going to discuss something slightly negative, or they got a vent, and I'm answering the phone in my business hours, and that be draining me.
You said something to me. I don't know if you want me to share this, but you said something you said something to me about. Hey, Tanya Hazelhurst talking. Good morning, sister. You said something to me about how do you categorize your phone calls, and I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. So nowadays I don't have them. I do have a lot of people call, but my main circle of people, I would say maybe from 1 to 10. It's not my real circle, but just people that I put either deposit next to their name or withdraw. And then once I see withdraw, they're calling me. I'm not too much in a rush, or I just attack the call different. Like, I'm already setting myself in a mood. Like, this type of person. You answer that now, and if you do answer it now, it says withdraw. You already know they're taking from you. They're not depositing. So under each name, it says withdraw next to the name or deposit.
Time management. I think that's what you're talking about. Time management.
I ain't got
It's managing your time.
86,400 seconds in a day, man.
Wow.
And one person, if somebody take one of them seconds, it could throw off maybe 2 to 3 hours of your day for you to get back on point. Because you got feelings.
Anybody
I don't
within
care
the
who
sound,
you are.
anybody within the sound of my voice, think about one thing that you're going to leave, put in the chat, and one thing you're going to carry forward into 2024. This is the last day of 2023. This is a good day to really just self-evaluate. Like that's one thing. One thing about you, Scoob, I love is that you do a lot of self-evaluating. You evaluate yourself a lot. I do that too.
I have to. I gotta be hard on myself, man. Because sometimes, besides you, it ain't much people to go, should I do this? Should I? And then now I'm giving, like God give you a box with a gift and a bow on it. You passing it to somebody else. That's the same way when you asking them, should you do something? That's like a gift God gave you, and you letting somebody else open it.
Well, God gave us the gift of choice. See that's
Yes.
different from the angels and all the other beings in this world. God gave man the gift of free will, the choice to do what we need to do. That is our power. And when you have that gift of choice, you can do amazing things with that gift of choice. That is variable. You know what I'm saying?
Because every day if you get up, every day you get 2 things: a chance and a choice.
This guy, let's see, Davin Hansen Ramu says, "Try not to get tricked by women." Oh, he said Lucifer gave free will.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe. Okay. Well, are you saying because Lucifer? Well, I don't want to get into make this a biblical class, but are you saying because Lucifer convinced in the Garden of Eden Eve to eat the apple or eat the fruit, the forbidden fruit, and that's why we have free will? Is that what you're saying? At the end of the day, I don't know. I don't want to get into a biblical conversation. I'm not a biblical scholar, but I do know man has free will. Man has free will. But anyway, Scoop. So now that we have whoever gave it to us, he said that's what happened. Well, I wouldn't say he gave free will. I think God gave that. That it all comes from God. God is, I think it's like we little ants moving around in a maze, and God is just sort of playing the game, watching us move around. He sees the outcome. You know what I'm saying? We don't see it because we're in it. You know what I'm saying? When you're in it, you can't see it. We just gotta move by faith. And I think that's important. And what's faith without action?
Yeah.
People talk about manifesting, like we're gonna manifest something, right? But if you don't do the work, you can manifest all day long. You sit there, I see brothers on the block building, don't do nothing. They talking all day long, but they haven't put action to their words. Anything, faith without action, prayer without action, manifestation without action is nothing. Nothing, brother. Come on.
It's like you get a delivery from UPS for a piece of furniture. It came in the box, but it's still gonna stay in the box till you put it together.
You gotta put it together. Gosh. What a great conversation this morning. And
ladies, this is new for us. This is training from Force.
Yes.
Basically.
What Tanya says, faith without. How can someone have billions and still be greedy? That's a great question, Davin Hansen, Remu. How can a person have billions and still be greedy? I don't think it's currency is not money at that point. I think currency might be accomplishment, a victory.
Yeah, I think because they greedy because they didn't feed their soul. They felt the greed. They didn't feed the soul. That don't take money. And that comes with integrity and everything. Because most billionaires is like, I'm not no shade, but sometimes they had to do anything to get it. And I don't want it like that.
You think they may have compromised themselves?
I don't want to say everybody because I never was a billionaire, but a lot of rich people. We ain't got to just say billionaire.
Right.
And just a lot of rich people did some things that they didn't care. It was just about the money.
That's true. I mean that's a real topic of conversation.
Now money is dope because shit. When I get money, boy, that little bit of financial freedom, boy, that feels good. I mean, I ain't talking about a lot, just a little bit.
Here's a question. Kelly Brown wants to know, how do you both feel about AI in 2024?
I mean, it was just going to happen anyway. But if you use anything the correct way, it can help you, because, you know, you could say, AI, write this for me, but you still got to detail it. It's like you telling a machine to make you some clothes or an outfit, or you telling a tailor to make you something. You're not making it. You're just designing it. So I think it could be helpful, and, you know, and it could be, you know, just, you know, change some things in a bad way.
Davin says, thank you for your contribution today, Davin. Happy New Year to you, brother. Where are you from, Davin? What Hanson sounds like you're either from Sweden or somewhere in Scandinavia. Just put in where you're from, man, because I love the contribution today. You know, the AI has got even stuff where they're attacking humans now, where the AI is becoming a little bit more sentient. And I think that may be a problem soon. That's something that we got to deal with. I mean, listen, your turntable, you know how it is with technology. Now, you being a DJ, that's a great thing to talk about too. You being a DJ, how do you feel about DJs using turntables, DJs using controllers, DJs using Serato?
Well,
what's the difference?
Well, you know, when me and you was rapping, we was rocking with the little turntables, but I don't know about you. I really didn't want to be the DJ. I wanted to be the rapper, but we would be in Wiz room or whatever, and while we just chilling, we all got on a DJ set, but it wasn't really my thing back then, but I respect it because we didn't help, Cool B original down them for 14 flights of stairs with crates all the time. So by the time Serato came, I was like, man, I would want to do it, but it was a lot to learn. Yeah. It took me 7 to 8 months after I got my controller to learn, because I had to get songs. Big up Unique. He came and gave me a hard drive with, you know, all of his songs. But
shout to DJ Unique. Shout to DJ Unique. But that
didn't even. Nope. Yeah, it don't mean that. You still got to set up crates. You got to know where the song at. That took like 7 months, up all night, you never really finished setting up crates, because if you're a good DJ, you gotta know where your song's at. You don't want to be just typing in songs all day, you know, unless you can, but I'm more neat with my crate, so I love it. I mean, it's just like you having a dial tone phone, and now we got new phone. We don't even have house phones really, unless people had it with their plan
over and all that. Remember, call waiting used to be a thing. We used to have to break in from the busy signal back.
I mean, we got FaceTime. That was only on the Jetsons. You know what I mean?
Right. What we're doing now, the conversation we're having now, could never have happened where we're broadcasting to people, to the whole world, having this conversation. A very informative conversation too. But as it comes to DJing, I think. Technology is what it is. You have to adapt to it. Remember, we used to DJ on a hi-fi. You know what I'm saying?
Jazzy Jeff said it best. He was like, he said, it got new stuff out. You don't have to use the sync button, but you can't be mad if somebody killing it. Like the pretty girls at the party don't care if you're scratching the record, or they just wanted you to play hot stuff and party. Right. So it's how you use it.
Well, you know what I mean? It's going back to the beginning of what it was. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we used to party, we used to dance, and being a guy that was there when the records were played, I think you have an advantage because you know the hot records, you know the hot parts of the record, you know what makes it happen.
Yeah, well, me and you, so we got a little taste of both. Yeah.
That's what makes us good at what we do. That's why I can travel the world, because I know that this is the hot part of the record. This is the feel.
Yeah, and them songs ain't coming out again. We was there when they was out, when we had to plug the system into the light post. So all these songs y'all flipping, we know where they came from. We could break it down like, we had routines off this, everything.
R.I.P. Prodigy from Mobb Deep. This is not, thank you, but he does sound, he doesn't, Prodigy would have sounded like him. This is my brother, Scoob Lover, a.k.a. Johnny Famous Jackson. Y'all may know him from the beginning days of IOU Dances, also with Big Daddy Kane, Scoob Lover, my brother, and also now Johnny Famous and his What Johnny Doing. He's also on Sirius Satellite every Wednesday with Roxanne Shante, What Johnny Doing, and shout to my brother DJ Cool V, R.I.P. Biz Markie. A legend in dance, a legend in all different things in hip hop. He is a pioneer. He is a legend. And sometimes we forget how legendary we really are. But we're talking to this brother right here. This brother is, you're talking to a living legend right now on the phone right now. So definitely, I gotta. Sometimes I take it for granted, but because he's my best friend, my day one. But I gotta remind people who y'all talking to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. We gotta remind people the legend that he is. Let's talk about some of the best dance moves came from Scoob. Nipsey, yeah. Some of the best dance moves, but tell them how we used to get the dance moves, Scoob. Because we made fun. We had fun of it.
Yeah, we used to just watch karate movies, the jumping over the leg, me and Scrap doing the leg lock, and then coming from my group IOU and all that, we used to do stuff as a group, like 6 or 7 of us, and the simplest move would look dope if 7 people doing it. So we just made up mad funny stuff, and I just transferred that over when I went with Kane and made up the moves.
Right.
I was like, all right, this is what he's able to do. I knew his levels, so I was like, if we all 3 do this would be dope.
Well, I think that was a great experience for you, your time with Kane. Kane is an amazing artist, groundbreaking artist. We watched him write. I was glad that I was able to give him a place to live, because we was chilling, me and you was chilling, but I was glad that I was able to say, come on into
big up to the honeycomb.
Yeah.
Honeycomb hideout.
That allowed him some space to work and do his thing, and it was like college for him. You know what I'm saying? He was able to make some great albums, some great records. Probably one of the most talented lyricists in hip hop and everything, and just really our brother who we love. And at the end of the day, what he contributed, what Big Daddy Kane contributed to hip hop can never be replaced. I think he is the blueprint for guys like Biggie, Jay-Z, and all those other artists that are out there. You know what I'm saying? It was Kane. We saw the shift, from the certain type of artist to Kane artists. What was it? But did you know what y'all was doing at that point in your life?
It was really no way, because there was nobody to look up to or say we want to be like them. It was the beginning. But a lot of people don't know, before Kane, the first video I was in with IOU was Tramp, Salt and Pepper Tramp.
Right,
that's Salt and Pepper Tramp. My first video.
Yeah, shout to Salt and Pepper. That's great. And also MC Light videos and also just basically Paz K. Shout out to my brother Paz K. We basically kind of rewrote the way that era of hip hop. Shout out to all the hip hop dancers in that era. We wrote the dance moves to them songs. Right. We wrote it to them songs. They weren't even hits yet. I remember they used to come to Latin Quarters and U Square and other places and ask us to make a routine to it. And then once the floor started rocking, we would make the routine to the dance. And that's how the song, I wouldn't say that's how it became, but it was an assist in making sure that song was written into the blueprint of hip hop history. So shout out to you. You're a big part of that, Scoob. Big part of that. Yeah, man. Big shout out to everybody that just used to dance back in the days and have fun. Shout out to Glaze. Glaze is Scoob's first video was with my posse. What was that? What was that? Mom, what are you talking about? He talking about Kumo D. That was Scrap. If he's talking about Kumo D, the posse song, the Posse Cowboy song. Yeah, that was Scrap. That was Scrap. That's Scrap. There was a video that you y'all did. Shout out to Salt and Pepper. Yeah, there was a video, and Spinderella. Shout out to Spinderella too. Yeah, the second Spinderella. There was original, but then there was a second Spinderella. There was a video that y'all did that I thought was groundbreaking back then. Because shout out to Ralph McDaniels and the Vid Kid. Yeah, for sure, man. Video music box. That's Unc right there. Yeah, Uncle Ralph, and also Lionel Martin from the Vid Kid. Yeah. Hip hop wouldn't be what it is without them. Because shout to your main boy, one of your good friends, Tuffy. Shout to Tuffy. Yeah, he is my good friend, Tuffy. You're a horrible human being, Tuffy. And Ray DeJean. And Kid Play stole our kick step, by the way. Just let you know, Blaze. They stole it from us. I love them. Shout out to Kid and Play. They used to come to the club. They used to be, because we would have the circle going, the dance circle, and they'd be right there watching. Them and that damn Will Smith and all them. Love Kid and Play. Yeah. USA skating rink back in those days. Coogee Rap, early Coogee Rap at USA Skating Rink too. Another great artist, man.
Yeah. Super Lover C.
That was a high top. That was a high top hit. No, that wasn't high top. No. He said the kick. No. We stole that from a kung fu movie. Just so you know. That was from the Drunken Monk. Hoi. That's what we got it. That's where we stole it from. I know exactly where the moves came from. We was getting drunk, drinking 40s, watching. Hold on, let me get. Well, let's correct him. Don't go nowhere, school. Let me get Glaze on the phone because Glaze need to be. We need to correct history real quick with Glaze real quick because he's trying to say that was high top.
Right.
That was no
I gotta make some calls in a minute too.
I know. We're gonna get out of here in a second, but let me just get Glaze on just for 1 second. I love starting trouble.
Yeah.
Yo, Glaze, what up, baby?
What up?
I got Scoob on the phone. Hey, Scoob.
All right.
Tell Glaze.
Yeah.
Tell Glaze where the kickstand came from. Where the kickstand came from.
Oh yeah. Kung Fu movies.
Kung Fu movies. He said hi hat. Shout to hi hat. By the way.
Yeah. Yo, first I remember seeing hi hat and them do it. That was my first. Now,
okay, yeah.
I ain't gonna say that it was y'all. I ain't gonna say that because I was there like quarters with you.
Yeah, okay.
So y'all was doing everything. So that's how we got started. So we know the deal.
Yeah.
But if you ask kids them, they're gonna tell you hi hat. That's what they're gonna tell you.
Well, yeah, of course they're gonna say. Well, hi hat was down with us, so hi hat got it from us.
This is true.
Yeah. Shout out to hi hat because she went to Hi hat went to Hollywood and started doing all dance steps in Hollywood too.
She did. Yeah, shout out to Hi. Shout out to Swatch. I just saw Swatch recently. Shout out to Swatch.
You know what? I gotta call her, man. I ain't talked to her in a minute. How's she doing?
She good. I saw her at the where was we at? The De La Soul thing.
She's still in Brooklyn, I think. I don't know.
Swatch was dancing with Latifah.
I think she's in Jersey.
No, that's
she's dancing for Latifah.
Kika and Al was dancing for Latifah. Kika and Al.
But then she ended up going that way too. She was in some of the Latifah stuff too.
Yeah. But I know the other dancers. Yeah. Yep, for that.
Shout to Latifah. Shout to the Flavor Unit. Shout to
all the girl dancers.
All the girls.
Yeah, shout to Beanie. Shout to Beanie Long. I told you I just saw Beanie outside the club the other day with Primo. I hadn't seen Beanie in so long. I couldn't recognize it. Didn't believe it was her. She was like, yeah, I used to dance with Laser back in the days. We all used to dance together. I like Fortis. I was like, get the freak out of here, yo.
Wow. Yeah. Listen, y'all getting history at the end of the year. This is the way we end. Happy New Year to everybody. I was talking to my brother, Scoob Lover. Hey, listening to those stories, Glaze, ain't that something to hear some of this history that we kind of like laying out there? Ain't that something?
Yo, it's a beautiful history, man. It's such a beautiful, and it's such a rich history. As you were talking, I just was just getting warm all over, just feeling that. I kept wanting to type so much stuff and say so much, but I was just letting y'all go because those are so much of the funnest times, man. Being on the road with Scoob and then being on the road with G-Rap and Sean and Kenny and all the dance pops. Yo, man, we had so much fun, man. I had so much fun with these guys.
Even before that, I never had so much fun on the train. On the train going to the club was the best. Good
morning, April. Happy New Year, April Leon. We love you, April. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year, baby.
We're ending. This is the way we end 23. This is a beautiful way to end it. And I just want to tell y'all, man, I love y'all. I mean, we're getting started again in 24. Me and Scoob got a lot of great things going on in 24. And the key here is to don't let nobody write your history. I find
that's right.
And what the reason why I started this conversations, I do these things, is because I find that a lot of people try to rewrite the history. And if you sit back and really, we're going to end soon, Davin. I'm sorry, Davin. Davin is enjoying himself. Shout out to Davin. This is a great conversation. but I think it's important that you speak your truth. And speak the truth from your perspective. That's why I call this the Raw Perspective Morning Emails. Because if you don't, I found that people are unapologetic about writing you out of history. They will do everything they can to shift it to make you believe it's not what it was, and you can't front.
I mean, it's a small group of us that's left that was there, and we talking about when there's no documentation from the cell phone or pictures. So they basically saying what they want to say, which is cool because it might be their truth, but all three of us gonna have a different story right now on the phone.
A different dream sequence. And the thing is, you got to understand something. Like, you know, like just because it's come on a documentary, don't mean it's true. Don't mean it's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of documentaries come out with false information, and I'm like, yeah, that's not. I was there. That didn't happen. Matter of fact, you ain't even old enough. You're not even old enough to be there.
That's why it's very important for us, man. It's very important for us to have documentation and documentaries and different things. Who would not want to see the documentary on you and Scoop growing up and how everything happened? Who would want to see the documentary on me and how I started with Salt and Pepper Kid and playing with? I came from the same neighborhood. How we all, you know, the documentary on how all of us grew up would be crazy. But we can only tell that story.
Yeah, that's what I was, you know, telling Lays. Like, sometimes we waiting for these grand finale, these big movie cameras. Yo, we could just turn the camera on ourselves, put it up on YouTube and start it, sell it, whatever we want to do. But if we're
going to do that. Definitely the top of the year. The first thing we're going to do is really start doing that and just putting the cameras on and just talking about our history. And if not for anything else, it's for our children. So our children know where we come from because we are historical. We are walking museums. Everybody on this phone right now, me, Scoop, Glaze, we are walking museum. Tamika Skinner, she was there. People that was there, they know what happened. We are walking museums.
No, you're right. And we have to talk about it, man.
We got to talk about it. We
have to talk because that's an era. That's the era that we're in now. Is everybody is talking about what they're doing.
Yeah, and even right now on the phone. Right now on the phone, but this is just us. We got to throw that up to the visual right now. It's bigger than just these phones, and when we hang up, the rest of the world don't know. But if once you throw it on YouTube and all, it's up there, and it's like a living photo album with moving parts. You're like, yo, that's my pops, that's my cousin, and nigga, yo, look, Glaze talking about that. Oh, I didn't know Glaze was there. Even if it's not. Everything in hip hop is your life, your line of work, what you did.
Well, I told
you got to keep telling
my kids so I got all my kids on a group text, right? And I send them out words of encouragement, and I sent them something about today. Today I sent them words from your father and Happy New Year. I gave them some encouraging words. I'm not gonna say everything. But one of the things I said you are given the task of carrying our lineage forward, and you are equipped and you can do it. You have everything you need to get it done. You can carry us forward, because I think about it, 100 years from now, we all going to be gone. Our history going to be gone. What did we leave behind so that the people 100 years from now can say, yo, that's what was going on in 1986, 1989, 1995, 2000, 2020, 2023. What did we leave behind? And I think that's why it's important that we tell these stories.
I think in 100 years from now, Lays, you only just gonna be 157. You still gonna be young, nigga.
Right? There you go. 150 years means we gonna still be jumping over our legs, Scoop.
That's it.
And I totally expect us to do that. But listen, I just want to say, man, Happy New Year. What a great way to end 2023. The question is, and I want y'all to walk with this, what are you leaving behind in 23 and what are you carrying into 2024? What are you carrying into 2024? That's the question. So I want y'all to think about that as y'all move into this next year, this next solar rotation, and just be happy and thankful that we're here, humbled by the power of the universe, and the fact that we can still be here and have these conversations with good friends at the end of the year. And let's try to come back here next year at the same time and see what we've accomplished.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
I want to thank my brother Johnny Famous, my brother Glaze, the MC, and I want to thank everybody for within the sound of my voice that came out this morning to hang out with me this afternoon. Make the last few hours of 23 the best you can, and then let's move forward into 24, and let's leave all negativity behind in 2023 and just carry positive vibration all the way from this moment forward. I want to thank y'all for coming out this morning. Have a great day. God bless you. Happy New Year, everybody. Johnny Famous.
Happy New Year.
Much love, Johnny
Yeah,
Famous.
peace, yeah.
I'll see
Yeah,
y'all
love.
later.
I'll let you later, Lace.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right.
Peace, Glaze. Thank y'all very much. I think this was probably a good thing for us to do this year. And thank y'all. I'll be back again next week. I'm going to give y'all a week, the first week off. And then I'm going to be broadcasting from Vegas on January 8th. That's the morning emails. We will return from Las Vegas at the CES convention. Oh yeah, we working, man. We going forward. Shout out to Malo, the Hotelos crew, and we'll see you again. God bless y'all, man. Have a happy, safe, and healthy New Year. God bless. Peace. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Peace. See y'all later. See y'all again. 2024.